So we're slowing down here a little bit. We've got Mnuchin Land talking to Pelosi this afternoon. Not expecting too much out of that, but be aware of that when they come out and say, nope. So because of that and other things, we've got an inside day. If you go up to the SPY, upper left, inside day. So we know from the weekly here, right, that's a reversal to the downside, which has not been reversed. We've got an inside month still cooking here, nowhere near not doing that. So the question is, can we stay inside day, or can we break that later in the afternoon? Otherwise, you're just going to stall out, because if you go to the 60 here, if we're going to get any movement here soon, you got an inside 60 down in here, right? So we want to see how that breaks, either side of this thing, because it's also, here's your broadening formation on your 60. How do we get out of this thing, right? That's what we want to know. So even if it starts launching up here, it would still be an inside day. So we got to take that out, or we got to take that out to get any real serious movement. You've got QQQ. Also inside 60, pokes up a little bit, but comes back in. Also, you can see this doji inside day, doing nothing. The key here is going to be these weeklies for right now, because we are two down, up two, down two, right? So we prefer the downside to get some more action here. But as they stall out, they stall out. You've got the diamonds here, also inside on the 60. Right, also an inside day, right? Avoid and just poke down a little bit on the weekly, but the broader averages stuff. The inside month takes hold as you go deeper and deeper into the month, and that's when you get this stuff doing nothing. If we go to Netgear, and Netgear, you can see here taking out last week's highs, upper middle, taking out last month's highs, and this was a two up. This poked down, boom, 222 on the monthly. And so now it just stalls out on the 60. We'll see if that sets up again. If you go to a 30, I think Pelosi's talking right now, so we'll see if there's any action comes out of that. Here, if you're going to get a buy signal, you see this takes out slight higher high in the lower left and lower low. So this would be another buy signal if you can get above here, 36.69 in the next half an hour. If we go to, one of the good things is when you get these things that you talk about every day. STAA. Still going. We're getting a pop out of this Pelosi news. I'm not sure what she's saying, but STAA. The inside month to the upside, right? So the goal was, because this was two down, then inside, then boom, is to take out and go into the highs, which it did, right? And you can see that's a nice big long weekly doing it. Still going on the daily, so we'll see if that sets up again. And here's what you look for on the 30. Two up, down, down, boom, back to previous range. And you can see this. Anybody short this thing is short against that, or where they got in, and you take it out in one quick shot. All right, we're getting a little poparoo here out of these 60s now. You can see this here. Still handily inside days, but now you got those inside 60 breaks, right? So they form that consolidation, and then boom, coming out here, Dow Jones Diamond, SPY, right now. Boom, and then the Q's rebreak. Here, all these inside 60 uppers right now, and those are good for the rest of the hour. The good thing about that, the hour just started, right? So you can keep staying on a bunch of this stuff. Solars, JKS, still going. It's like, I think it's overbought. Do you? It's getting overboughter on you. Still going, still good, right? And you can see this month, bright green. Week, bright green. Day, bright green. So it'd be helpful if we can get them to stop them out a little bit, like right here. Here's what you look for there. Slight lower low, 2-2, boom, back through this previous range and into the highs she goes. CSIQ. And CSIQ here takes the inside week today, right? That's a 2-1-2 continuation. Momo Hammer monthly down here, right? Nice and bright and green, jamming them, but good. And you see the good thing about today is it didn't gap. It opened and then moved through. So you could have taken that right there when it goes through 41.10, trading 44.51, right? Were we aware of that? We totally were. And then those entry points that I show you here, take out the previous high, take out the previous low, and boom, right there you're in. So we'll see if anything more comes of that. A little quick on the 30 probably, but we'll see. If we go to Melly, and Melly here on the month, same pattern. Take out the high, take out the lows, boom, come through here, 1225, target to take that out, magnitude, did that, and still going. So we'll see if that sets up again. You just had your inside 30 right here, the lower left. Pelosi still speaking, inside 60 here, Melly, to give you that continuation. If we go to some shenanigans here, but UTHR weekend video, every vid this week, pretty much. Why? Because that monthly, 2 down, 2 reversal right here, right over 109.48, trading 117.86, still going back to the previous range. That's what we want to see, right? Okay. If we go to Irobot. Irobot having a nice day, and you can see that same reversal pattern opening the day here. The 2 down, boom, back to previous range, 2-2 reversal here on the 60, which guns all these guys out right away. Pivot machine gun, we call that. Anybody short, stop there, boom, take them all out in one shot. You're above last month's highs. And one of the things we talk about too is about used to be somebody's, all right? So the good thing about Irobot, it's been a lot higher, and there's your big old broadening formation and coming back through. Have we known about this one? We sure have. Been talking about it since this reversal down in here. Now, keep it going. If we go to XPO and the truckers, and XPO, shrink that back down for you. And XPO, taking out last month's highs, that's good. Inside weak to the upside upper middle, right? There's your continuation, up, sideways there. And the inside day to get her going. So now it comes in. So on the 60, you want to see it goes up, takes out the lows. Now, next hour, if you can take that out, that would be your buy signal here. As of right now, that would be over 101. If we go down to a 30, see this. Yeah, it's just the same right now. So we'll see. If we go to Uber. And Uber, this was in my video last night, albeit inside month, inside week, and be aware of that. But here was your inside day right there. Didn't gap either. Just boom, right as soon as it took that, right? Then you get this 30-minute inside here on the lower left. There's your continuation. There's another one. So we'll see if that sets up again for you as well. All right, market coming in. A little muted action on that, whatever she was talking about. So we'll see. I'm the SPY and the gang here. Now they're going to take all these guys out. Now we'll see if you go down to a 5-minute. Now it's trying to come back in. You see this was an outside 5-minute here. So if they want to reverse this thing, right, now you'd have the reversal back through that on the 5-minute. If we go to ARWR. ARWR here, coming after last month's highs, right? And then on the weekly, you can see the inside week to the upside, which did not gap and took it out nicely today. So we'll see if that's going on. Car. Pelosi is saying today is the day for stimulus. So if it doesn't happen today, ain't happening. So be aware of this kind of events stuff going on. Car. Avis inside week to the upside. You got a little more magnitude to take out these highs, right? So far so good. 30. Here's yours inside 30 right there. So we'll see if that sets up again for you. DQ. And DQ. And here, still continuation. This is what we look for, though, that outside month to the upside, bright green on the month. That's what we want to look for so we can look for setups, right? So you can see here, it comes in, and then here was your reversal daily yesterday, and now still going into the highs. We'll see if that keeps going. If you go to PDD, and PDD here on the monthly, potentially outside month. Right? Because we know outside bars exist and getting closer to taking that out. And you're coming back to a previous range. So certainly you can look for more setups there as well. Looks like there was an inside 30 here. I was at 60. Okay, still climbing up that wall of worry, but we'll see if we get another setup for you. If we go to just PDEX. PDEX, get, and taking out some highs. Here's that reverse of that 2 up on the week, then down, and then boom, right through it. Often inside day. See that? So we'll see if that sets up. Been a little quick up in here, but we'll see. KSS. And KSS already coming back in. So the problem with KSS, You did have this on the daily where you get your reversal back through, but here, if you look at the monthly, you can see how tight these ranges have been. If you look at the weekly, how tight the ranges are in here, and that's when you get this thing to fail back in, but we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to General Motors coming out of the ashes here, and General Motors, only good things you want to look for is this. See this range in here? It's getting back into it. And since we know broadening formations exist, it already took out the lows. Might as well come back here and take out the highs. Let's draw the line. Maybe someday we come back and you'll see it right up there. So we'll see if that sets up again. THO. And THO. Already coming back in, but we did take out, let me see if that monthly is right. Took out that other monthly high, just falling back in. We'll see if we can get through here. But here in the weekly, upper middle, anytime it's above this, 98.30, that's something I want to know about because that's a reversal back up, right? And so we'll see, especially when you have the market trying to come back down off those 2.2s. So Apple waking up a little bit on this news. A couple other still handily inside month on that, so we'll see. Still not doing much over there on the daily. A couple of shenaniganers, JFU here trying to come up, take out that month here above 157. Just did that. WEI, all sorts of fun in here, and we'll see if any of that stuff comes around. How CIH. That's already coming back in. On the downside, AERI. This thing having all sorts of problems and going into the lows. Now you got your inside 60, but it's already down to $9. It is what it is. And if you go to ICPT, we've talked about this. ICPT having problems, going into the lows, still puking. Taking out last month's lows and still puking. We'll see 60 trying to reverse here, but we'll see if that sets up again to the downside. VRTX. Here, and still 3 days inside this pattern, right? But it is a rough stretch inside, then pokes up down here. So we'll see if we can finish the job and go into new lows. If you go to Carvana, and Carvana outside week, and that's what we were looking for. Once we got this, the outside day to come down and finish off the job in the outside week. And if they really hammer it, you get the outside month here in the middle. Right now it goes 2 down, 2 up, and then takes that out, hits magnitude, and then stalls out. You can see this. Slightly takes that out to become an outside bar. We'll see if that continues. Go to TWLO. And TWLO, still inside on the week. Still that 222 on the monther, but exhaustion risk by going into the highs. And so if we break it down to the day, if it's not going to stay inside week, you get your reversal on the daily. The 2 up, the 2 down, to see if we can get these to become an outside bar of this here. If we go to ZM, not the end of the world here, but I always want to be aware of something like this. Here's your 2-2-day reversal, right? And so when people are trying to pick tops in this, you just wait for a reversal, and you go below 560, 255, trading 550, 340. We'll see if anything more comes of that. If we go to Lockheed Martin, here, just taking out RevStrat week. Inside, pokes up, coming down, tight ranges, but here also going after the inside month to the downside below 375.09. So getting closer on that. We'll see what comes of that. BCLI, little guy just getting decimated, so we'll see if anything more comes of that. You see the big outside month there. And DPHC having some problems here, and you can see that once again, that pattern here. 2 down, 2 up, boom, right there. These guys become an outside bar of all that. Still an inside month, and going inside in the 60, as you can see. We'll see if anything more comes of that. Be aware that we are inside days. Right now, we're going to see if we get the rebreak and stay holding these inside 60s, and if we are, that's a buy signal for the next hour. As always, my videos here at Smith & Black channel are free, so come check it out. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith & Black channel here, Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.